Welcome to the third and final battle between Czeremis playing as the Cimbri versus Jokunn playing as Sweboz. It's one loss, one win for each player. Who will win here? Czeremis has one unit here. He probably hoped to hide it in the bushes, but unfortunately they can be seen by Jokunn. Um, you have to have that hidden trait before. Uh, Jokunn has a lot of cavalry here. It's the lighter version, but it's still high mobility. Well, okay, we got three heavy cavalry and two light cavalry, and Czeremis he knows. Okay, he can see my cavalry, so now it's a fight for survival for this unit here. But it's 8 speed, 8 speed. If he can get it, maybe around here like this. But this draws out the cavalry from Czeremis also. So two heavy cavalry units are going in here to try to rescue the light cavalry, but Jokunn still has an advantage here. Um, but Czeremis needs to keep his spears close to the cavalry just to have a chance. Otherwise, he can simply get charged like by the lighter, pinned down, and then attacked from the side over here with the heavier cavalry units of Jokunn. But the cavalry got away. Now Jokunn has of these Night Stalkers. They are a shock spear, and they do have they only have one javelin, but they have a fear factor and a good charge. Some other units have Sweboz slingers. Yeah, we only see a couple of units right now. The rest of the units are concealed, so we don't know exactly where they are.
Understood.
We starting to see some Cherusci pikemen. Very aggressive pikes, 300 men, but they are very vulnerable to archers. If these men get fired by archers, they will drop very quickly, faster than what you would expect from a 30 armor unit. Here we see a lot of spears here for Jokunn. Yeah, I think he hopes to pin the axemen with the spearmen and hope they survive long enough for his cavalry to be decisive. Because Cimbri axemen are also very good, a little bit better than the Cherusci axemen, so that's why he didn't want to risk it by bringing his own axemen. But you're supposed to bring axemen as this Germanic planet. Majority axemen anyway, and a couple of spears. But if Jokunn managed to, they have a good charge, these phalanx infantry, so it's not like utterly hopeless. But this is a lot of cavalry. There's a lot of Cimbri archers and elite skirmishers. Now these elite skirmishers, they are shock spears. They double as javelineers, so they are pretty formidable with 23 missile damage and yeah, good charge and decent attack. So Czeremis clearly has this firepower superiority here, so Jokunn will have to charge. If he doesn't, he will be attacked, and he's weaker than Czeremis in terms of firepower here. Uh, I probably would go for a single line of axemen or spearmen, and then have this pikeman maybe to the flanks. Right, the flanks. Okay, spearmen to the flanks of the pikemen and charge. Or these champions of Tundra. Right now we're standing there, and like if for every volley they get weaker, and now Czeremis have realized that the pikemen are there. The first volley, they already lose 5 men, and there are some more men are arriving here, and it's just dropping the men here. And there's a screen here with spears all the way. So Jokunn, but Jokunn manages to get this unit, the Cimbri axeman unit here. So that's really good. If Jokunn had a war cry here, if Jokunn had a war cry general, he could have routed this unit here, and then just pulled back, reformed, and try to repeat the process again. Because like it's either charge or retreat now for Jokunn. Because he's standing here and he's taking a lot of casualties. Like these men are already taking 50 damage. Now it's almost 70 men he have lost there. And your spearmen, cavalry, spearmen. He can't get to the archers. He needs to charge and open things up here. Czeremis is charging in with his and Jokunn is gonna absorb the charge first with his spearmen and then move up the pikemen. You also have these shock champions of Tundras right here that seem to be ready to exploit a breakthrough right here. This is the way. This is the way. Charge in here, go to the flank, and then charge to the side here. He needs to pin down this axeman though. Yeah, the Aquinos got stuck on these pikemen. These pikemen could have charged the flank of this unit right here. And yeah, good for Jokunn that he moves this to the side. He should have kept some cavalry, or maybe one cavalry over here, and kept one in the rear, just to make Czeremis wary. But I can also understand that it's pretty hard. But by concentrating all the cavalry at one spot, it also makes it easier for Czeremis to then leave more troops. It frees up more units. So Jokunn could have kept like maybe one cavalry over here to keep him from Czeremis from committing more men, as that would expose his rear. Some more spears are being moved out and more to the flank, but pretty hard. But here's a good opportunity for Jokunn to push the center. He can flank this unit over here, but he would be flanked himself. He has more men. He can send in champions of Tundras right here, and then push with the other units, because they're just simply getting fired at and he's losing troops anyway. So he might as well charge in, and as you can see, he's doing it. He needs to retreat this cavalry. They're simply taking damage. It's simply too early for them to be committed. He needs to develop things over here. But the elite skirmishers are doing well. These heavy shock cavalry. Dang it. They are not against spearmen right here. He just wanted to again, these elite skirmishers are having a field day right now. Really butchering up the spearmen, and now the champion of Tundras got stuck to the mix, or into there also. So that means they also suffer from the javelins right here. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way to charge. This is the way. You need to break the enemy up and having cavalry, or some more cavalry to the center, and then drive the center. You need to sort of or assassinate the general. But yeah, the champions of Tundras are going in here, but there's not cavalry to block the charges here. Sending in one cavalry here against the spear unit. You need to send in a pikeman, and now Jokunn is charging in. He needs to charge in here. He's doing it. These men are starting to break though. There's still some archers or arrows for this unit here, and they're peppering this. This unit is not breaking. Why? uh, Jokunn has this general. He's gonna try to boost up this unit here, but there's two cavalry units here. This the Harry Nightwalkers. Maybe Jokunn forgot about them. Uh, but again, I don't know. I can only talk from my own perspective. I don't know how the players. But yeah, he trapped a cavalry unit over here. Oh, they got away. And now the heavy axemen are charging in here. The slingers are doing well for Jokunn though. Like they are doing some damage. They're pretty cheap. They're not the best slingers in the world, but let's see. What if Jokunn had dismounted one of the light cavalry units and then charged the spears just to pin them down, and then got in with the rest of his cavalry? Let's see. These spearmen or archers are out of ammunition, but they do have a spear. You can't forget that. And yeah, now it's starting to look dark. He needs to charge these axemen, and he needs to get away from these archers, as they will cause some more damage. Jokunn is also firing into his own men right here, so this cavalry is taking more damage than what it would have done. But in the stress of battle, like it's easy for me to sit in my chair and just look. Like, he's playing the battle. It's pretty hard to see. But yeah, Czeremis have done well done here. Good job. And ooh, the morale is pretty bad on the cavalry here. Yeah. These pikemen can kill a lot, but they need to be protected from missiles, and Jokunn didn't bring enough archers to at least contest the enemy archers. If he had done that, the champions of Tundras, his pikemen would have been a little bit safer. Was a little bit, or I would, well, I would say that probably like this is like unusually a lot of archers for a Cimbri faction. He didn't really have much cavalry. Uh, I would probably stuck with maybe 3 units of cavalry and gotten more axemen, the Cherusci axemen, just because of the charge, and maybe have 2 free spears. Then axemen the rest. Not so many of the pikemen. But again, that's my own preference, and clearly, like, it wasn't enough. There was too many spears, too few axemen. He needs to weaken up. The Cimbri had an advantage in terms of numbers of axemen, but you do have. Let's see here. I can maybe go to the Swaby here, and just quickly check. You have the options to go with. If you don't want to go with them, you can go with these men. They're also pretty good. And in terms of missiles, yeah, you don't have the best options in the world, but it's cheap, still cheaper. Very priced to have these men, and they're still vulnerable. But they did well. They do well in a frontal engagement, but charging in and then hoping it will be enough. Yeah, but it would have been a hard fight either way. It is the Cimbri and Sweby we're talking about. Like those were. I was planning to use them against Jokunn, but I lost my battle here. So well, I hope you enjoyed the battles that I showed. Bye.